We back at it again, once again. No Edit podcast. Shout out to TK. Shout out to Old School Boxing Club. Satan, Muay Thai. Shout out to Wilson Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Shout out to the fans, the supporters. Shout out to everybody making progress. Everybody making moves. Not this year, y'all. Not this year. Not 2021. Not 2021. 2021 is going to be different. We're going to tell the truth this year. We tell the truth. Be truthful with yourself. You know, because you can't tell nobody else the truth if you can't tell you the truth. Be truthful with yourself. Make whatever adjustments you need to make to be positive and to move forward. Allah will that we progressive so that we can help others. We don't build riches for you. You build riches to support those and to help those less fortunate. We're in the barbershop. This is a barbershop conversation. This is a barbershop conversation, even though we ain't in the barbershop. That's where we grind at. We'll be at the barbershop Saturday. Stay tuned. We will be on. We might go live Saturday. We might go live. I'm gonna respond to some questions that I got DM'd. So we're in the barbershop right now. We are in boxing's barbershop right now. Ryan Garcia. Charlo told you to get out of there when you could. You didn't. You've upset your employer. So what your employer decided to do, what your bosses decided to do to reprimand you for your juvenile behavior, is they made a punishment look like a reward. What do you mean by that? It's a big fight. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is a lineup for a fade. I told you we was in the barbershop. This is a lineup for a fade. They line you up first, and then they fade you. That's what barbers do. Oscar De La Hoya Promotions, Golden Boy Promotions, lined you up, Ryan. They lined you up for a fade. No, you young, so you don't know what a lineup is. A lineup goes like this. A lineup, in your language, in millennial language, would be a setup. They lined you up. They lined you up for Manny Pacquiao. They packaged it like a gift. This is sometimes why I hate the business of boxing, because Ryan Garcia is a hot young talent. He's very charismatic, and I do like the energy he brings to the game, whatever energy that is. But they lined him up. They lined you up for a fade. A fade, obviously, in millennial language is a fight. I'm learning. My students are teaching me millennial language. They lined you up. In a previous post, I said, you got a better chance of beating Tank than Manny Pacquiao. It was speculatory at that point. Now it's been confirmed. I said you had slim to no chance. I said he had slim to no chance of beating Tank. He ain't better than Leo Santa Cruz. He ain't even close to that. You have less than a 1% chance of beating Tank. You have less than 0% chance of beating Manny Pacquiao. I explained my reasons. He's bigger. He's bigger. He's faster. He's stronger. Ryan Garcia got fast hands, but his feet are slow. That's part of being his age and learning the game. Manny Pacquiao done forgot more stuff than you done probably learned. And in this business, in the business of boxing, you're about to understand that you can be lined up. See, Mayweather Promotions tried to do that with Tank. They tried to do it to Tank with, at the time, Lomachenko. Oh, you ready for him? And then, no, he not. They decided not to line him up for that fade. I think he would have won, too. The crazy part is, but you're being lined up. They lined you up because they didn't like what you did. This is the business of boxing. This is the business of boxing. I'm not happy with it. I'm going to watch the fight. I'll do the breakdown when it's time to do the breakdown, but I'm kind of doing it right now. But he has a less than 0% chance of beating Manny Pacquiao. It's Manny Pacquiao. Come on, man. even at his age, he's not even in a believable realm. Now, that's why we fight the fights. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's unlikely. It's probable, but not likely, because that's how the boxing business works. And Golden Boy's upset with him, so they lined him up to catch that fade. This is the business of boxing. You should have listened to Charlo when Charlo told you to skate, because then they wouldn't be able to line you up, but you've been lined up. Good luck, young fella. I'm actually going to be rooting for you, because this is a clear lineup. They're teaching you a lesson with this bout, but they packaged it like, we can get you something bigger. Yeah. Let's move on, because I'm not too thrilled about that. Let's move on. We're talking about my guy, David Benavidez, calling out one of the Charlos. This is outside of me being a bias because he's from Arizona. This is what we need. This is what we want to see. I don't really want to see that bout. I would much rather David Benavidez not do Canelo's dirty work for him. Let Canelo handle that. But I like the call out. I mean, he basically calling out everybody, playing all of them. I mean, come get it. Come get it. And this is what boxing needs. I am reserving the spot of Boogeyman at 168 for David Benavidez. He never gets called out. And people never hardly ever respond when he do call him out. I mean, he's been calling out. And why are we not talking about Gilberto Ramirez at 68? What's the deal with that? Avoid it. Boogeymen. They're the tag team. They Undertaker and Kane in that division right now. Don't nobody want that at 68. So my assessment of the call out, let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. That's not necessarily what I want to see. Let's make that happen. Somebody on the DM, and then I'll get to the DMs Saturday, but somebody asked me, text me when they told me what happened. I let the team know, and then somebody shot me a DM, and somebody asked me who I thought would win. I will save predictions for the breakdown of the fight when I do the breakdowns in the office. I'm going to be, so on the breakdown, I'm going to give my boxing opinion. I'm going to give you my bias opinion right now because I have an Arizona bias. I'm going to always root for somebody from Arizona first. I don't care what the situation is. If they're from Arizona, I'm rooting for them first. I'm biased. I'm Arizona biased because I'm not, again, I'm a boxing fan. You dig what I'm saying? I'm a boxing fan. I'm not a person who follows boxing to root for a specific group because I am of that group. I'm an actual boxing fan who, if I like somebody, I like them. If I don't like them, I don't like them. You understand what I'm saying? I'm more critical of the guys I like than the dudes I'm not. That'll give you indication of how much I like Canelo, believe it or not, because I said it in another post. Man, huge fan, and I'm more critical of him. I'm more critical of guys. I heard my favorite fighter is coming back. I don't know how true it is. I have to check some sources on it, but I heard my favorite fighter coming back. But I was critical of him in his career. I'm very, very critical of the people that I like the most. I'm very, very critical of the people I like the most. People I like the least, you just there to entertain me. But I do like this. I do like this. Thank you, David Benavidez. Thank you, David Benavidez. Thank you. You and your team, thank you. Call these dudes out. Pressure them to take these fights for those of you who don't have the restrictions. For those of you who don't have the restrictions, I couldn't be happier about the call out. I couldn't be happier about the call out. Charlo, take the fight. If you think you, because I'm a fan of theirs too. I'm a fan of both of them, Mel and Maul. I'm a big fan of both of them. Take the fight. Give boxing something. Give boxing something. You know what I'm saying? Let's re-own Saturday night. Right now we don't own Saturday night. Right now we don't have a guy that owns Saturday nights. Mixed martial arts records work different than boxing records. Mixed martial artists can be 28-6 in headline. He could a mixed martial artist that's popular or big like Conor McGregor. Doesn't matter if he lost the last fight. He lost the last fight. Guess what? If he say I'm fighting in three months, it's gonna sell out whatever venue he's in. Mixed martial arts records don't, because it's designed. It's a company. Nobody's designed to stay on top for very long. That's not how mixed martial arts works. There's too many ways to win. There's too many ways to lose a mixed martial arts contest. So That's it for today, man. No Edit Podcast. Hyena Boxing Club coming soon. Hyena Boxing Club coming soon. No Edit.